the WT 1000 quarterfinal.
Oh, wow. That's a lot. Okay.
Just talk us through your match. What do you think of your performance today?
Yeah, I thought today was pretty solid and as solid as it can get. Yeah, it was pretty straightforward. I know she's young and one of her first times on the stage, so I'm sure we'll see each other more in the future. It was not as easy maybe as the scoreline shows, but I'm happy with how it played today.
Well played today, Coco. I'm curious, it's such a fascinating season right now on the WTA Tour. The #1 ranking up for grabs, 3 different singles slam winners, a lot of players having really good seasons. I'm just curious how you view the depth of the tour right now and how this competitive environment pushes you to become a better player.
Yeah, I think it's, the depth on the WTA Tour is pretty strong, and I feel like anybody can win on it any day, and, it's difficult. It makes every match difficult. There's no one that I think you get first round and you're like, phew, I feel like every match is tough, and, it's always like that, but I feel like since I started on tour to now, I really feel the depth is stronger, and I think it shows with all the stats now of just the different slam winners almost every season, and yeah, like you said, #1 ranking up for grabs, just things like that. But I don't know, it makes it interesting.
Hi, Coco. Congratulations.
Thanks.
You're obviously still young at 22 years old, but I feel like you have more experience than a lot of players near your age. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you mentioned that Alina's young. She's 19 years old. And you have a great record against players like 21 and younger, below. Like, you've won 18 of your last 20 completed matches against that age group. I'm just curious, do you get up even more when you play these type of younger players? Like, do you have a chip on your shoulder to, kind of show them you're big mama in a sense, or yeah?
I mean, it's something I think about sometimes, but I don't know. I think because people made my age such a thing when I was younger, I feel like if anything, I don't take it for their age for granted. I felt like sometimes I felt people on tour when I was younger took me for granted because of my age, and that's how I was able to sneak a lot of wins sometimes. And so because I had that experience, I know not to take their age for granted, and just because they're young, knowing that they're not going to shy or away from the spotlight or be nervous or anything like that. So I feel like if anything, it makes me just stay on my toes even more, especially playing someone that I've never played before. I didn't really know what to expect, and I didn't watch a lot of her matches. I watched her when she was in juniors. I know she had good junior results, but I hadn't watched her on tour. So, today I just really felt on my toes, and that's kind of how it always is when you're playing youngsters who maybe you don't see as much on tour, and then I'm sure next year she's going to be a regular.
Hey, Coco, you talked about how happy you are with your serve in your post-match interview on court. I'm just curious, your first serve percentage is up this year. With regards to specifically your ball toss, what kind of tweaks have you made in that aspect?
Yeah, I'm trying to just make it more consistent and not chasing so many tosses. Just if it doesn't look right, just not to hit it. And yeah, obviously when you're seeing a consistent target, you're able to be more consistent with that, and also just trying to disguise my serve a little bit. I think that's something I've been working on, so I feel like it is a little bit hard to read. At least that's what I think. I mean, I'm not returning it, so I don't know, but I'm getting a little bit more aces and a little bit more unreturnable, so I would like to think that that plays a factor into it.
Alex Eala is playing tonight and has really taken the city and the tennis world by storm lately. You faced her twice this year, one win away from the two of you going head-to-head once again. Can you talk about what those experiences were like and what she's bringing to the sport right now in terms of all this attention at the moment?
Yeah, I think, like I said before, the demographic that she brings to the sport of tennis is something we all benefit from. And I played her in, where was it, Dubai, and, it felt like we were in the Philippines, and I thought it was so fun to play in that crowd. And I played her in Indian Wells, and it felt like it was a little bit more American-leaning, that match, but I didn't get to finish it, unfortunately. So, I guess, yeah, if we were to play, I would look forward to be able to play another complete match, and I'm sure it would be a similar atmosphere as Dubai as it would be here. But yeah, I think, what she's doing for the sport of tennis is great, and I think she's a great role model for people to look up to. And I said it the last time, what you get on court, or what you guys see on camera is who she is off court, and that's something I really respect when someone is who they are at all times.
Just talking about the other possibility of who you'd play, next round, Belinda. I know you've played her a lot, and I know you had that iconic time celebration against Wimbledon. But just give us a preview of what it would be like to play her here in Toronto, where she's a former champion.
Yeah, I feel like we've played each other so many times over the last year or so. Obviously, the match at Wimbledon was again a nail biter. I feel like every time we play is 3 sets, and she's really a tough opponent for me, and playing her here would be a little, I don't know how it would be, honestly. I think the court's a little bit faster, so they might favor her a little bit more, but yeah, I think either way it would be a tough match, and I'm looking forward to it.
And just going back to that possibility of obviously playing Alex in the next round, when you guys met in Indian Wells earlier this year, what kind of differences did you notice from your first meeting in Dubai? Because it was a pretty lopsided scoreline in your favor the first time around.
Honestly, I don't know. I can't really tell you. That match, I just remember the second game, feeling what I felt on my arm, and then I kind of was just thinking about that, and I haven't watched it back since. But I would like to say the generic answer. She probably was more confident this time around, and had a bit more wins under her belt, so it was playing better. But yeah, like I said, I can't really give a full analysis on what went wrong when I don't think mentally or physically I was completely there, but obviously she's grown a lot as a player, and that doesn't take away anything of how she was playing. She's had a great season so far, so right now I'm healthy, don't want to jinx anything, so I'm looking forward to playing another time when we're both healthy.
Can you speak about just Eala today and your thoughts on her game and what made her a tough player? Because you mentioned it was kind of tougher than what the scoreline.
Yeah, I feel like she gets a lot of returns back. Kind of reminds me of Jess, of just how much consistency she could have with the return. And then also I think just her demeanor, she doesn't get upset. I didn't see her get upset at all. Even maybe when she wasn't playing great at some moments, or sometimes I just hit good shots. So I think that's another thing. And also her movement, I felt like she's a pretty good mover. She can get to a lot of balls. She has good hands. She likes to come forward. So I think there's a lot of things that she does well on the court, and she'll definitely be someone that would be a threat to me and other players in the future.
One more quick question. I believe you're friends with Raven Lene. Are you
Yeah.
still friends? I know she just released an album. Can you talk about how y'all became friends, and also have you listened to the new album?
Yeah, I became friends with her. I lost first round Wimbledon, and she was in London at the same time, and we both, out of the blue, just met up with each other. Just two young girls trying to be successful in different fields, and we just wanted to try to see if there was a friendship there, and she's honestly become a really good friend of mine. And of course, I listened to Blue Island. It's such a great album. I think my favorite is probably Barriers. That's probably my favorite. So yeah, go stream Blue Island. Go stream Blue Island. And yeah, I love Raven so much. I think she's so talented and so underrated. And I think her hit "Love Me Not" obviously brought more eyes on her. So I'm glad that I can have someone that's friends. I've been trying to become more friends with people outside of tennis, just so I can have a break. And I'm glad that it's been so natural with her. Thanks.